Hey everyone, Jeremy here. Now it's mid-2023 and I just got back home after working the first 2 months of the Alaska cruise season. Now the past couple of Northern Hemisphere summers, Alaska has been a cruising destination for many first-time cruisers. Now a 7-day cruise really is the perfect length to get a feel for that type of travel. That being said, if it is your first time cruising, you don't always really know what to bring with you. And if I was going back to Alaska tomorrow, these items would 100% be in my suitcase. So here are my 5 must-pack items to get the most out of your Alaskan cruise. Now the first thing that I would absolutely recommend is binoculars. One of the greatest things about Alaska is unquestionably its wildlife. You can see everything from bald eagles to orcas to brown bears. That being said, you aren't exactly going to be looking at them from 2 feet away. Well, hopefully not anyway. Now a lot of the wildlife you are going to see is from the ship while sailing to and from the ports at dawn or dusk, or in places like Glacier Bay National Park. But to really spot bears along the shoreline, or mountain goats for example, binoculars are essential. You want to find a balance between not too big in size and weight, but also having good focal range. You can pick up some fairly cheap ones online. I'd recommend somewhere in the 25 times magnification range if you can. Now, whilst I can't guarantee you bear or orca sightings, I can almost guarantee you rain on your Alaska cruise adventure. Now, all added up, I've spent years of my life in Alaska, and I don't know if I can ever really remember a full week going by without any rain, so it's bound to happen. That being said, you don't want to let the weather affect your experience, whether that be in the ports you're visiting or while scenic cruising. You don't want to miss out on any glaciers because of a few raindrops. Also, just because you're staying on a floating hotel, don't assume that all rooms will have umbrellas provided. Every cruise line is different, and many only provide umbrellas in their higher end suites. Now number 3 isn't going to be for everybody, but I always think it's a smart play to pack some good quality hiking shoes. Something people often don't realize until they get there is that Alaska is great for hiking. Most ports do have amazing hiking trails, and while places like Juneau, Sitka and Ketchikan are all great, I would say that Skagway is my personal favorite for hiking. There's just so many options there. You can do short hikes, you can do longer ones, you can do nature walks around lakes, you can go hiking to the tops of mountains, or you can even go and see waterfalls. There's really something for everyone. But even if you aren't a hiker, coming back to the previous point about the weather, even if you're just exploring the towns, any type of waterproof shoes are a good idea to have with you in your suitcase just to make sure you're nice and comfortable regardless of the conditions. Coming to number 4, this might seem like a strange one, but a form of government-issued photo ID that isn't your passport, a driver's license for example, is a really good idea to have with you. When you're out traveling the ports that you're visiting, you don't really want to be carrying your passport around with you. That is better left secure in your room on the ship. Now often the port security will ask for a photo ID when you're returning to the ship after going ashore, plus you also might need an ID at a bar or a restaurant for example, or perhaps if you're signing up for a tour with a local tour company ashore. Now if you lose your driver's license whilst ashore, well that's one thing, but lose your passport before you might need to fly internationally at the end of your cruise, not exactly ideal. So try to leave your passport safely locked up as much as you possibly can by using a different form of ID. The 5th and final one somewhat ties in with the first one, binoculars, as it pertains to wildlife. Now the last suggestion I have is arguably one of the most important, as it perhaps will be the thing that captures your memories the best to take home with you, and that is a purpose-built zoom camera, or if you use an interchangeable lens camera, take a good telephoto zoom with you if you can. Now as I said earlier, Alaska wildlife is really incredible, and as good as smartphones are, they're not really a great tool for trying to photograph animals that are off in the distance. Now some of the newer Samsung phones, they are getting better, but most smartphones only have a very short optical field of view. For example, the most recent iPhone models, the 14s, they have a 3 times optical zoom, which is about the equivalent of 77mm on a DSLR or a mirrorless camera. Yeah, they can go further, but it's a digital zoom and it turns into mush very quickly, so I wouldn't really recommend using it. If you can, always optical, never digital if you can help it. Now, Canon and Panasonic and some other brands make some really great affordable power zoom cameras where you can get over a 50 to 60 times optical zoom, and they're great for capturing these wildlife shots. Now, if you do use an interchangeable lens system, something like a 100mm to a 400mm or even a 200 to 600mm would be ideal. Some companies even make teleconverters too, which I think are a handy item to have in your bag to extend your range too. Now again, smartphones, they're amazing. This is just one thing that they don't really do that well. So that is my list of 5 must-pack items. If you do have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And if you are debating taking something, but aren't really sure if you're going to need it or not, and don't want to take up the suitcase space with it, let me know and I can try to help you decide if it's worth bringing or not. I'll also leave a link below to our website where you can find some Alaska port information to help you get started. Well, thanks very much for watching everyone, and enjoy your travels to Alaska.